Oh, hello, bonjour. Comme d'habitude, je vois après le fait that I have filmed very badly. This doesn't work very well, but as you know, you're all really, it helps. Everyone's there watching the videos, so it makes me do more. Although I'm not teaching at the moment in the work because I've got my operation in a few weeks, but I want to stay fit for it. So if you want to stay fit with me, me mettre en bonne santé avec moi, do it. I stay very much, je reste avec les règles de gros poids, petite répétition pour faire des muscles et pour perdre du poids, un plus petit poids avec plus de répétitions. Mais les deux s'occupent de votre cardio. Alors là, moi, je reste avec un poids. Là, j'ai fait moins gros. Alors, j'ai fait plus de répétitions quand même, juste pour travailler mon cardio. Comme il faisait très froid et humide il y a 2 jours, very weird, le 1er septembre que j'ai vu ici à Biscarrosse de ma vie, comme ça. Et normalement, on est à la plage et mes mains avec l'arthrose faisaient trop mal. Alors, les gros poids, des fois, ça fait juste trop mal. Alors, taking it easy. Je me donne un peu des excuses en ce moment, mais j'essaye de ne pas arrêter. Hier, c'était une journée bureaucratie. Or, ça fatigue, je préfère... Bon, bien sûr que je préfère faire des kettlebells. I would rather do kettlebells than paperwork. So, lots to do, operation, house is on the market, loads of life is taking on downsizing in a new direction. 61, there are things to change. So, still working though, keep the triceps going. As soon as you start to lose muscle, it's harder to lose weight. Et on commence à perdre des muscles vers 35 ans. Alors oui, à 61, c'est vraiment difficile et j'ai perdu beaucoup avec ma grosse opération. Et maintenant, je me remets, et là, je me remets en bonne santé aussi pour l'opération, ou je garde ma santé pour l'opération. So, swings are fabulous. Hein? Sur plusieurs de mes vidéos, si vous regardez sur YouTube, on les voit. Here we are. This is going to be the YouTube one. It's a little 11-minute. You can work with... I must stop going, That's not good in the French part. So this is a few different that you put together. Would we say a complex kettlebell exercise? It's a flow. I'm not, these are not... Anybody who does really the big kettlebells would be laughing at this. But this has worked for decades. I've done my version as a sort of kettlebell ballet sculpt with Pilates connections and breathing. And it has worked since the late 90s. I've just had people happy. Yep, this is me doing a snatch, like the movie. Not like the movie. Mais c'est drôle. Alors, je vais dire le snatch, qui n'est pas la même chose qu'un swing. Hein? Je peux refaire j'essaie de stop doing Je peux refaire un autre où on explique le snatch, qui est beaucoup plus difficile et un peu plus technique que ça a l'air qu'un swing normal avec un bras. So here we go. And remember here, you breathe out on effort. So you breathe out when it goes up. Breathe out through your mouth, breathe in through your nose. I can hear my pup. And now, as I was getting warmer, these are these good old sideways ones, work your obliques, and you're also working your inner thighs and your outer thighs. And your bottom. Hein, on fait travailler. Et les abdos travaillent toujours, surtout quand on utilise la respiration latérale avec les connexions de Pilates. J'ai presque eu Philippe là avec les 8 kilos sur la tête. Philip nearly got knocked by 8 kilos. He is lovely-ish. And on to our next one. A little favorite of mine. And it works your inner thighs. We can make it more complex if you want, but I was with the big weight. So I kept it simple, but there your outer thighs. You're working your quads. You're working the back of the legs. You're working your glutes. You're working your arms. You're working your cardio. So here we go. The heavy breathing is my dog, Philip, while I've been doing this. So here we go, right up. And remember, you've got to get your muscles tired and then work them a bit more. Il faut travailler jusqu'à la fatigue et travailler un peu plus pour renforcer les muscles, pour qu'ils deviennent plus forts. Et des fois, au début, il y a des changements dans notre corps où ça gonfle un peu, mais après les fibres vont redescendre. Ne vous en faites pas, vous n'allez pas avoir des grosses cuisses. Les grosses fesses, c'est à la mode, hein, c'est ce que je vois. Tous les exercices possibles, to have big glutes. Bah, à mon âge, je ne vais pas porter les shorts et les leggings là qui séparent les fesses. I'm not going to wear those leggings or those shorts that separate your bottom. That's for I think under 25s. Otherwise, it doesn't matter how, as my daughter said when they first saw Madonna, like at 40, and they go, doesn't matter how good she looks, Mom, she just shouldn't be seen in a whatever she was wearing. Girls are harsh. I bet boys just go, Mom, you look nice, whatever. So here I am doing the lighter one up in the air and the heavier one. It's a sort of, well, I call it a jazz move, but it's also a bit of a yoga move. But push that hip out. The one we use the heavier weights and you've got your forearm on, that leg is turned out. On tourne la jambe en dehors qui va prendre le gros poids et l'autre fait face à devant. Et on va en bas, si on peut, sinon on utilise un bloc, sinon on plie les genoux, sinon on plie les genoux et on utilise un bloc. You can use a block, you can bend your knees and use a block. Now, I'm going to do it with the weights. So look up, give myself a little bit of corrected that. Back to the snatch. Yee. Snatch makes you work your arms. And they're a little bit heavier, just going for forearms, triceps, biceps. And you can feel it in your obliques a lot, believe me. On le sent très fort dans nos obliques. Et là, just a little curl to release that back. Enjoy. And just roll up, breathing out as you come up. Oh, Phil is always there to support me. Soron now, as he's really not been well the last few months, but he's back in the game, but he can't see or hear. So... but he's happy. He's enjoying his walks. He just can't have long walks in the forest or the beach anymore. But Phil can, which is why he's staring at me. And doing a few weights, more. I decided to do both sides, so do them with me. And here you breathe in, there you breathe out. You breathe in when you bring the weight up. I'm going to do it slower next time, which makes it more difficult. But the oblique on the lighter side is working really hard. Just remember to push that hip out. He will kiss me. Hope you don't mind the heavy breathing. Once I've done this and done my weird dance, and finishing off with some just simple exercises. Remember what I call my Pilates Trinity? Very important. You could leave a little comment. I'm going, what is that? Well, it's like a religion, Pilates, isn't it? Once you learn about your connections, you can use them in loads of other things, and your risks of hurting yourself are quite small then. So this is quite nice. I like a reverse swing, as I call them. That works your thighs a bit more, makes them burn, makes your glutes burn. Ça vous fait travailler un peu plus avec les fesses et les jambes. Celui que je faisais avant, un genre de reverse. Ok. Voilà, je continue, mais là, sans les poids dans les mains. Comme j'ai dit, my arthritis was really hurting, so holding on to something was quite hurtful. I probably did too much around the house. I'm downsizing, so as well, you're starting to get rid of stuff. Anybody else? So, as you know, my sight's not great, and then I look, and it seems fine when I'm looking at the camera, and then when I put it, I go, oh dear. But it doesn't matter, these are free. So enjoy. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, comment, ask me questions. I'm taking time out, so I'm there to help, and it's all for free. There's only a few basic rules, really, to either losing weight, getting fit, but what's important is you just have to stick to it. And never less than 3 times a week. And then try and do a little 20-minute, half an hour of very specific exercises every day and give yourself an off day, day off. But with the band and the 2 kilo weights on my ankles, I thought I'm still going to work hard and kind of getting myself off balance with the ball, which you can't see. I think in a minute, from what I can see, yep, my head has disappeared. Honestly, I can't see anything when I'm on the floor looking at the camera. And here it's just your classic Pilates tabletop. With this, it's a lot harder than it seems. So that is fun. Just doing the side, oh, so hard, but so worth it. So less is more. It's a bit like, you know, as you get older, less is more, makeup and things. Although, I don't know. You can do what you want afterwards. It's how you feel comfortable. There shouldn't be rules, should there really? So, j'ai perdu ma tête comme Marie-Antoinette. But I'm sure I'll get my head back in a sec. Anyway, what matters is that you see my exercises. So this is that classic. And you try and go as far in each side, each position, without moving your hips. Sans bouger le bassin, on bouge que les jambes et comme ça on isole les muscles qu'on veut travailler. Et avec les bandes, là j'ai une bande moyenne et 2 kilos sur chaque cheville, c'est